There are various online resources available for getting help with any questions you may have pertaining to the Coldbox ecosystem. First, most every Ortus product has an online reference available at ortusbooks.com. Simply open a web browser and go to either ortusbooks.com, like we have here, to see a breakdown of all of the different reference documentation available for pretty much everything Ortus Solutions makes. You can also go to the product name.ortusbooks.com and get a direct reference to whatever the product is you're looking for. Here's the documentation for Coldbox, CommandBox, and TestBox. And you can see all of the URLs are productname.ortusbooks.com. And that works for quite a few of the Ortus products. It will definitely work for Coldbox and CommandBox and TestBox, all of which we will be using in this video training series. Additionally, there are several Google forums available for Ortus products where you can ask questions within the Coldbox community. Various members of the Ortus team frequently answer questions in these forums, as well as other members of the Coldbox community at large. It can be a good way to get questions answered and see all of the other people working on the same technology stack that you have. We've got a Coldbox platform Google forum here where you can ask any questions pertaining to Coldbox and related things. There's also a CommandBox forum where you can ask questions more specific to using the command line tool CommandBox. And as you can see, these often get answered by various people at the Ortus Solutions team, as well as other people within the community. There's no question that is too beginner or too advanced. Ask anything you need to have answered in any of these forums, and somebody will get back to you as soon as they can. Similarly, there's Slack, the online chat application where people talk, ask and answer questions, and discuss a variety of facets of CFML. There are several Slack channels available for not just general CFML questions, but also channels specific to Ortus products themselves. These work similar to the Google forums we mentioned a minute ago, except that answers given in Slack are not indexed by search engines. They're not saved permanently either, the way a traditional message board or email forum would get saved and indexed by, say, Google. So just keep that in mind when you're asking things within the Slack channel. If you haven't used Slack before, you would go to slack.com to get started, where you set up your account and download the application. Then you can go to boxteam.herokuapp.com, where you can join the Box Team Slack channels and discuss things specific to Coldbox, CommandBox, and so on. There's also a general CFML forum available at cfmlslack.com, where you can ask questions both related to Coldbox and also things that are a little bit more general ColdFusion development related. There's no limit to how many channels you can add. There's no rules about how often you have to ask or answer questions in them. It's a very free-flowing community. If you're not familiar with Slack, it can be a good way to talk amongst your team members and community members to get questions answered. But again, as I mentioned a moment ago, the answers do not get saved and indexed by a search engine, so you might ask a question once, go back into the forum, say a month or two later, and not be able to find the answer that was given because of how Slack purges older information. So for those reasons, I personally tend to prefer things like the Google forums, where questions get indexed and saved for longer term. But Slack works great and is a very popular platform for a lot of people these days. And finally, there are also paid support options from Ortus Solutions. If none of the aforementioned options work for you, or if you just need some additional one-on-one assistance with your project, Ortus has various paid support options with which you can get dedicated time from an Ortus team member to answer your questions and provide more detailed assistance with your projects. Contact Ortus Solutions directly via their website for more details about how the paid support options work. There's no one right way or place to ask for help about Ortus products. Whichever of the above options we've discussed you're most comfortable with, those are the right options for you to use.